Welcome to Property Care. So today we are going to discuss about the plot investments. I have many customers coming here to invest in the property plots. So today video we are going to discuss about how the best investment and return on investments we get it. That is the idea behind this concept. My customers, majority of the places where they do many mistakes on investing the residential vacant plot. So I understood few things. So I'd like to share that with you people. And I identified top 10 mistakes they make it when you invest on vacant residential plot. So there are other plots and that I'll take it separately. So this is the residential plot. What are all the top 10 mistakes the investors make it? So this is the idea. I'm going to discuss that today. I am sharing my screen. So today video, this is what we are going to discuss. So generally there are many residential layouts are coming across the city. Many from the outskirts of the Bangalore and a few are inside the city. So we are going to discuss that how this can be leveraged and get more return on investments. To get that, there are investors making many mistakes on they invest on the residential plot. So what are all the mistakes? So the first thing is the short-term investment. See, whenever we go and invest in a residential plot in a layout, we should look for a long-term benefits. Usually the short term, and I have customers who bought that property in 6 months, before, and they want to sell it for some reason, maybe fund financial crisis, or they're planning to invest in another property so that the fund shortage, they're trying to sell it. So this is not the right way to invest in the residential plot. When we decide a plot, and we should be at least 2 to 5 years minimum is the period we're supposed to look for and return on that investment. So because of that, and they lost the stamp duty is approximately 6.6%, and consulting charges, lawyer fees, and loan processing. See, these things are lost. And if you see that short period, the appreciation potential was very low. So generally, this is not recommended. So the next is the investor making a mistake is the investing in a developed area. Developed area is ideally it is not recommended. See, these are concepts I'm sharing. It is my perspective. So there will be a different perspective for different people. So I'm not deviating that, and I'm just giving the idea how this can be better used. So if somebody has a different idea, there is no issue. They can carry on. So this is just my experience. I'm sharing it. So taking to a developed area investment is not the right choice. And that property, wherever we invest in the residential plot, and that should be getting the government approval bodies. So like a BDA, BMRDA, BBMP, Bangalore Development Authority, and the FIPA. There are some building, layout approval body near airports. So they approve nearby airport projects. So these are the government bodies like Karnataka Housing Board. These are the government bodies which can be approved on the residential layouts. So there are some projects where the pre-launch is possible, whereas some good projects where the pre-launch offer, we should leverage such offers. So earlier, it's easy to get a good rate at the initial stage of the project, so that we don't need to run at the late and get that appreciated, and we lose that appreciating value. So pre-launch also the investors are missing, and there are project developers unbranded. So there are unbranded builders. What they do is they build the entire layout infrastructure and they disappear it. So they don't maintain and manage such properties. And of course, there'll be some charge, minimum charge on the maintenance of the plots. And there are big builders, they are doing it, and we should take such builder projects. And investors are going and buying, and when the trend is up, generally we should look for a trend which is not up. So to invest better on the residential properties. And investors also taking some big bank loans to invest in the projects, property, so that it is long term. Over a period of time, this is get not very well appreciated compared to the interest we pay to the bank. So we have to be careful on that buying, getting a loan from the bank also. So there are some investors going to an interior where people access is difficult and there is no roads properly. There are hilly areas, so these all should be avoided. And the utilities access. So majority of the project developers, they do it with the drainage box facilities, water facilities, and gas provisions, electricity provisions. So we should look for such projects. So there are investors going and investing where without seeing that there is no road access or utilities facilities there or not. That's not recommended. And there are some projects. So developer, like as I said earlier, they develop the project and once they sell the sites, they disappear it. So such developers we should avoid. And in case if such things, we do vacant site management, which can be leveraged. I put that link in the description so that that vacant site management can be used for such layout plots. So, and Vastu consulting ideally recommended. Some people may ignore it, but I would suggest to consider that also. And the odd dimensions. So sometimes property investors, they go for an odd dimensions, which is not properly rectangle shape or a square shape, something like triangular. Such lots should be avoided. And so that those things, can save some space, or we have to negotiate the price and get it. So we do this consulting, buying and selling for many customers, and I did around 5,000 properties handled, and I invested many plots, and I got up to 2,000% of revenue. So it should be carefully invested, and definitely this will give a return on investment. The last one, the piece land where without layout. So investors try to invest in such land of residential and sometime or a lakeside, which is a risky for an approval, and some green belt areas, which is an agriculture land, and we should be careful on that. In some litigation properties also, there is a probability investors going and investing. So we should consult the right consultants, lawyers, so before investing such properties. So this is just to understand the 10 mistakes investors make it, and subsequent videos we put it how to overcome such issues. So I am discussing that in the next video. We'll take it. Thank you.